streaming for an hour now.
Yeah, we have.
Oh,
Yeah,
yo,
it usually goes for a bit.
yo. Why y'all
Yo.
talking on my
Oh my god.
transitions? Jesus Christ, acting like y'all know each other. Hey, welcome back, everybody watching the YouTube versus Edward Vanmanz, a legacy podcast joined by Eddie and this man. I love this man. So, not only is he probably the most prominent doll collector in the United States, pale moon enthusiast, nightmare doll enthusiast, but had a huge weekend in Newark, topping V and also premium. We have Cristian. Bro. Woo.
Hello.
Whoa.
Hey, baby.
Yeah, baby. What's up, man? How are you doing? How you feeling?
All right, tired. Long day.
Tired, long day. Probably just got off of like 30 hours of work. Because the one thing I
Feels
do
like it, honestly.
feels like it. All right, so let's talk about the weekend that was Newark, New Jersey. You played, like I said, had it happen to top both V and V Premium. V, what did you play? What did the team play? How was that day?
So for V, I played Ward. My teammates, the other one played Melody, and the other one played Aquaforce. So Kevin, actually, I dragged him into regionals. Yeah. The man hasn't played like a year or two. I just dragged that man out.
No, that's good.
I was like, you know what? I'm not expecting the top. Next thing you know, third place.
Yep, exactly. Not expecting that. What was the mantra for the day? I just want to take a nap.
Yeah, I was tired.
Did you guys
Was it go ahead?
No. Did you guys drive there the day before?
What were you gonna say?
Did you guys drive there the day before, or was it like the day of?
We drove the day before, so we left at like 10 in the morning. You know, white man Peter, his ass took forever. His ass took forever to get fucking ready. You know, he ain't a white man.
Peter is definitely. Peter's an anomaly.
The man is non-punctual.
Yeah. Peter's an anomaly. He's never on time, for sure.
Nah, that man's like an albino Asian person. I swear to God.
So how many rounds did V have? And who?
V had 5 rounds. So I think we went X1 that day as a team.
Do you know what you played against?
Oh hell no! I don't keep track of that shit.
You were probably asleep half the time because I remember because V I wasn't keeping track of much of V because I was on the overdress side. Eddie, you were playing V as well.
I was.
You guys were X1 or X2 for your side?
We were X2 and we got it.
So yeah, you guys bubbled in and then you were comfortably X1 or what was the first loss? Cristian.
Me? Oh.
Oh, me? No, we were X1.
Yeah, you remember when the first loss was? Was it at the end or towards the beginning?
I was like towards the beginning.
Oh, Jesus. That's like a heart attack to lose like round 1 or 2 and then just like, all right, we won out. What happened? I don't know, man. I was asleep.
Yeah, honestly.
So as far as Luard for V, why Luard?
Because it's Luard. I play Shadows. Shadows was the first thing I played when I started playing Vanguard.
True.
So I was just like, fuck it. We're going to play Luard.
No, for sure. And
so we played Luard.
Yes, and Luard's still pretty strong, obviously, generating the force markers, getting huge, and it does have multi-attack. So at a certain point, you're just blowing people out of the water. It just takes maybe a little bit of time, but Luard also has a lot of survivability. So I think, in the current meta is a good choice. And then you said your teammate was Melody?
Yeah, Melody and Thavis.
Okay. Yeah. No, those are good choices, honestly.
Yeah, so, what was it? My guy was playing Melody, Jonathan. He was going to play Orange. I was like, nah. So I play Melody. Because the card that got banned got unbanned, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, play Melody. This man, like 1 or 2 weeks before, he's like, Cristian, I'm gonna play Melody because this card got unbanned, and I was like, boy, I told you this as soon as it got unbanned.
It's one of those things where like he wanted to make it seem like it was his idea, right? He was like, "Hey, Christian, let me tell you something real quick. Look, I know you told me to play Anj or something, but I'm gonna play Melody." And you're just like, "Yeah, man, yeah, play Melody. No one told you that."
and then Kevin with Thavis, we were supposed to play test like so many times. I think we only play tested like 3 times before regionals.
Jesus. When did Kevin stop playing? Do you remember? Was it during V?
Kev? Yeah, it was during V. Then? No, he stopped playing during V. Okay. He picked up Prison for Standard, but he never updated it to Surf Snow or anything, or to Pure Light.
I gotcha. No, the reason I was asking, because like I know Thavis, like a lot of the cards kind of are older-ish, like they've been around for a little bit. So I wonder, like, no, but there are some new cards too. So like,
yeah,
because it's really about knowing, like, I guess when you can go off on Thavis, right, and when not to. And I mean, you can't really.
The only new card that Thavis got to play with was that promo grade 2.
Okay.
Everything else for it is pretty much what came with Thavis in the beginning.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so it's more really just like knowing the tempo, and if you know card games from, like, I don't think you unlearn that. So I think if you read your cards and say, like, not rush it, I think you should be fine. And Kevin's not dumb, so I just, like, it'd be different if you were playing somebody like that completely forgot everything, you know?
Yeah. So Kevin did it fine. What was it? With Luard, my matchups were some were pretty nice, like Udana. Sometimes I saw her most of the time. I didn't see it once, right? So I wasn't able to hit with the crit first grade 3 turn, and I was like, fuck it. So, but what I like about Luard, it's the multi attack, and I even teched in the bat again after Georgia, and I was like, hey, look, now it's 4-card guard almost every turn.
Yeah. No, the bat's smart. The bat's smart because, like you said, it's an extra chain of attacks on top of that. Jeez, Luard is impressive. Yeah. Like when you think about it, like after the fact. I've been out of V for a while. I've not played in a while, but like when you think about how impressive Luard can be, it's a lot of attacks that get really, really big.
Yeah, I think the most force markers I got on Luard, one game was 9 force markers.
Jesus.
I was just like, rewrite and just take on.
And then you ended up third that day. Do you know what you played in top 8 at all? You guys were exhausted. Like when I saw you, you were dead. So I don't even know. I didn't think you were there completely. you know?
Like nah, because we played I played against my friend Nick and his team, and I played against Chris. Before the round even started, my head was already on the table, ready to pass out. Judge comes up. He's like, goes up to my teammates. Is he okay? Is he alive? They're like, yeah, he's alive. And then he was like, earphone out. I'm like, fuck.
Oh yeah, they do that.
I was like, can I listen to my music? So, but yeah, and then, but let's see, top 8. I don't remember what I played in top 8, but top 4 I played against Anj. To go to see if we were going to the final, to see who gets first place. And I fucked that up because I was going to win, but I fucked it up because with his first rear swings, I guard from hand instead of intercepting with my grade 1s.
Oh, yeah.
So he bounced back the grade 1 that lets you intercept. So I was 5K short.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's mistiming essentially because it makes a huge difference. Yeah, so I know what you mean. But still, third on the day is huge though, because like it's like the difference between 4th and 3rd is a playmat, right? It's actually a playmat that says, "Hey, I got third."
Yeah.
So like like ever since they added that, like because before it used to be top 8 playmats, from way back in the day, but then when they started doing this top 3 playmat only, I was like, Jesus, 4th place really gets shafted. You just get a certificate and a high five. So that kind of so going for third, you know, it makes a big difference. It makes it like a little bit more like I guess intense.
Yeah. I was actually a bit surprised that there weren't like no medals or trophies anymore.
Yeah, it's been scaling back. Like now it's just like one prize card for just the top team, and then it's playmats for top 3. I know before like a lot of it used to be playmats for top 8, but they've been scaling it back and scaling it back, and it kind of, I mean, we don't pay for the tournaments, but at the same time, it kind of sucks that you don't get like a top 8 thing.
Nah.
But
Because I remember last year for top 8 for when I got top 8 in premium, each team got 6 promos, hot stamped.
Yeah.
And that was the Bermuda promo.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact you get nothing for top 8 this year kind of sucked.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's a weird change because I don't know. I feel like they have the ability to do it, right? Because like let's say right for top 8, right, Shadowverse is coming out. Let's say they gave you each like one of the promos for Shadowverse, each of them like one of each for top 8. That would have been an okay prize, right? Because they have a bunch of them. They're just gonna sit around. They're just gonna throw out somewhere down the line. But they gave you one of each of that. Even that would have been like, okay, cool. At least you know I made top 8 and got these or something.
Yeah. So yeah, that would have been nice, but it's bushy. What can you expect?
Yeah, exactly. And then premium. Would you guys play? Same team, right? For premium.
Same team. So my Melody player, he played Regalia.
Oh, okay.
And I told him, "You're not playing anything else besides Regalia." He wanted to play Highlander. I was like, "No, Regalia." He wanted it. He just kept going. I was like, "No, you're playing Regalia." I was like, "You're not allowed to play anything else besides Regalia." And then they'll ask me. I was like, the reason he's not allowed to play anything else besides Regalia is because that man puts in more effort to play testing and learning matchups with Regalia than anything else.
No, yeah,
and that is what's important.
Yeah, in premium for sure, it's like a lot of comfort. It's a lot of knowing your deck, and then obviously knowing the opponent's deck is a big thing, but knowing your deck makes a huge difference.
Yeah, so whenever people want to play meta, I'm just like, play meta. Mm-hmm. Are you going to learn the deck and the matchups? No. You're just playing meta because you're playing meta. So that's what I told him, and look what he did. And then I played Dolls. And then Kevin, that man surprised everyone with Angel Geese.
Angel Feather Geese. The Evan special.
Yeah, Evan special.
Yeah. The Geese. Yeah, go ahead.
That was it. He even won the 1% against Mega Colony.
Damn. God.
Oh, man. Yeah. It was against one of the teams from our locals. Round 7. Last round of Swiss. Fucking some Regalia player, I'm just like, cool. He's like, all I hear is 2 to pass. My man goes, crick. Banks it, goes from 3 to 6. I'm like, well then. I was like, that sounded like it was a good game. I looked to my right. I'm like, ah, shit. My man's on Geese against Mega Colony. I was like, it's over.
I'm just gonna put the Angel Feather Geese list up real quick. Obviously, you can find it under Fuzzy Paradox's website, but super interesting because like you have the ability to kind of cycle stuff out and force like the triggers for the acceleration, but you also have the ability to like heal.
Yeah.
As well to kind of mitigate that, but then Hamiel also exists, obviously. So even before then, you have the ability to kill people with Hamiel. So it's pretty crazy, like kind of how that deck kind of functions.
Yeah, but the thing is, he doesn't use Hamiel for For the pressure, he uses it to check more triggers.
Yeah. That's...
Because he'll keep his opponent at 1, and that's it.
And then just keep cycling through, trying to get to the triggers as fast as you can with the Angel Feather abilities, essentially off of that, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And then if his opponent's heal from 1 to 0, he's like, well, you got your 1 damage. That's all you got.
Mm-hmm. That's funny. That is funny. And then what did you play? I don't think we talked on that.
I played dolls.
My dolls. The multi-attack deck of the decade.
Yeah, so play dolls, nothing new. I think I've only had 2 rough games that whole day.
Gotcha. What was your guys' record after 7 rounds or 8 rounds for
7 rounds.
That's a lot of rounds. What was the record?
X1.
X1? All right, that's good. That's solid.
Yeah. No, we lost because, let's see. I was playing against DP, kept them at 0. Mm-hmm. They went into, goddamn, I always forget the stride. That shows you how much I care about DP.
Cosmo Winger or the?
No, it wasn't Cosmo Winger.
The one that gets the plus the restander.
No, it's the one that gets power for every regard and damage. But anyway, the opponent went into that stride. He had no damage, whatever.
Yeah, that's Cosmo Winger. Cosmo Winger gets 10k for damage and regards, and then it'll get a crit, and then plus 2 drive, something crazy. Yeah, plus 2 drive, crazy.
That's strong.
Yeah, shows how much I care about DP.
So essentially, swinging with the crit, 5 checks, like 100k, and if you don't have a PG, it is what it is.
So he swung. I was like, all right, cool. I either no guarded it or was like 2 to pass because I was at 1. Mm-hmm. Right? He was on force 2, got an extra crit, cool, whatever. First drive check, OT.
Oh.
I was like, oh, nice. I was like, we lost here, boys. Went from 1 to 6 right there.
Yep. Because he has a trick.
And then,
he has the crit from that. He has the crit from the effect, so that's 3 already. You double it off the OT at 6.
Oh my god!
So before any other triggers, you're like, oh well, all right then.
Yeah. So and then Kevin, he told me he got OT too. So he lost there, and then my Regalia player, he was playing against dolls, and I would never understand why dolls players like going to XL2. I feel like that's really bad. So my man had a Leslie behind an Alice, hit the OT and put the OT on the Leslie.
Okay.
So they swept us that round. And that was the only round we lost. And then we lost in top 8.
Do you know who you lost to?
I lost to Highlander. I G-assisted.
Oh, yeah, that's never going to go good if you have the G-assist, essentially. Once you have the G-assist at any point, it's like, you're so far behind, it's like, whatever.
Especially going first.
Mm-hmm. Oh, God.
Because if you G-assist when going second, it's a break even. You get a draw and you get the quick shoot.
Yeah, and you can get rid of those 2. But if you go first, it's going downhill. You got 4 cards in hand, I guess, because if you draw, and then it's a struggle from there. But still, it's still a huge weekend. Obviously, getting top on both days, so you guys should be super proud. Other than that, anything else happened at the venue? What was the food move after for you guys?
Shit, we just went to a pizza place like all weekend. So last year, Springfest, we were just looking for a place to go to eat. Mm-hmm. It was a halal pizza place. It was like 10, 15 minutes away from the venue.
Okay.
Bro, for $30, 2 extra large pizzas and a 2-liter soda.
So just feasted on pizza.
Oh yeah, and wings.
I dig it. You got to go to this place called Top's Diner.
You said Mike's?
Tops, TOPS.
No.
It's called Tops Diner.
Yeah, Anthony wanted us to go there.
Oh, I went there. Oh my God, Christian, that food was so fucking good. All right, first of all, right, they had like they called it like something fried rice. It was like Amazon fried rice. It had ribs, right? You had some rice, some eggs, some carrots on it. But you know what I found in there? Plantains. They had plantains in that bitch. I was like, hey, yo.
Oh, don't even get me started on plantains.
I was like, hey, yo, this place is the best ever. But Tops Diner, trust me, Nick, if you go for BCS in Newark, if they have it in Newark again, go there. Trust. It is really good. It is really good.
Yeah.
You can never go wrong with pizza and wings, though. You can never go wrong with pizza and wings in Northeast. But that place
I just got to make sure. Go ahead.
That place was real good, man. That place was real good.
We got to go next time. Got to go. Yeah, no, because you just got to be careful with the plantains because my boy Peter, he loves to eat them plantains raw sometimes.
Peter's a psychopath. Every time Peter, like my interactions with Peter, I'm like, man, this man definitely belongs in a mental hospital. I was like, there's something wrong with Peter. I love the guy, man. Peter's my boy. But I was like, man, there's something wrong with Peter, man. I was like, somebody dropped him when he was little. I don't know what happened. But Peter comes up with the best stories, though. Like, he's the best.
I remember running up to him at that venue, and I asked him to do me a favor, and I came back and was like, hey, did you do that thing for me? He goes, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, dude, what? Oh, Peter.
I'm telling you, Peter's not white. Peter is not white. The man is just something else. He's like an albino Asian or something.
We do not claim him. We do not claim him.
Oh, Jesus.
Fucking Peter's here too.
Oh, is it? Fucking tell him to go write the
sequel to
Dune.
Yeah. He's watching the fucking stream on the other room.
Why is it? He should have just came on. He should just be like, all right, give me the phone, Christian. You go to sleep. And then like
WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for him to come on now.
He's gonna drop like a hard promo and then just hang up on us.
He's like, I did do the thing for you, Eddie. No, you didn't. You fucking liar.
He's like, it's me.
Yeah.
Peter, the Meg Colony master, but I hate Meg Colony because I play Nova Grappler, and nobody wants to recognize that. So I hate everyone everyone in the Vanguard scene. Fuck you. I play Nova Grappler, and then just hang up the phone.
Apparently the man is cooking with Novos right now.
There's a few builds. I don't play premium. I will preface this very clearly. I do not play premium, but Christian has known this for a little bit that when I focus on a deck, I make like 20 different builds that somehow all work. So I've done it with Magnolia. I have all the premium stuff for Nova Grappler, so I do think I'm gonna play one event in premium. And
okay.
Only one, and I'm gonna see if it works in live practice. I'm just gonna build a deck and I'm gonna see if it works in live practice. It is going to work because I've gotten 15 drive checks, but I don't know if that's the version I want to do because I will deck out. So we're going to figure it out. We're going to figure it out, all right?
I expect to see you at the top table.
I hope so. Man, I hope so. Because premium's fun. Premium's like out of like all three of them, right? Premium's like the psychopath version of it, right? Because you still have the OT, but you have people building some wild ass shit that even if you know the card pool, they'll be like, all right, what is this? Oh, this is Spike Brothers keys. Why? And then somehow it'll just go off because they just so happen to hit a draw trigger every damage for like the first 3 damage. You're like, all right, I guess you're the best. But like you know what I'm talking about, Christian, right? Like people come up with some crazy shit and it'll just work randomly. But then like you look at them as like round 5 or something. Like, hey, how you doing? Oh man, I went X3 after that first round.
Oh, I know that too well.
The amount of people I surprise at the premium event with Thavas, like people didn't know that I could ride down with that deck, and they just like, I didn't know you could do that. That fucked me up so hard. I killed a Neo Nectar player where I thought I was like, oh shit, it's Neo Nectar. Katrina's gonna kick my ass. Person never saw Stride.
I think it depends on how they built it, right? Because you could still be able to harass the shit out of people with tokens, even if you're not striding.
Yeah.
Like so,
I never let that happen.
Because now we have like there's like mushrooms, there's like,
Mm-hmm.
and you still get the force markers if you're grade 3s, and then you still get power off of other units. Now because of like the new D stuff, I don't know. I feel like you can still harass the shit out of people even if they're like, not striding.
Yeah.
So like it
you got
depends.
mushrooms.
Yeah.
You got the orange that's on place call card or call token.
Yeah, call a token that's on place. So like you can have a full board on grade 1 and 2. Essentially, because you can start on grade 1 if you like if you mushroom twice, essentially you have a full board.
Yeah.
And like if you ride what's it called? Sylvia gives you a token, and then you just spit out tokens all the time now with like the new stuff. So I don't know how they were like, oh, you ride to grade 3. I'd be like, all right, thanks. Swinging 10. I'm swinging 10, 15, 15 again. I don't care. But, I guess it depends on how they built the deck and stuff like that. If they didn't know that you could ride down the grade 2 for thousands, they probably weren't having a good day.
This was round 1.
No.
Yeah. I mean, some people just play premium just because they're there, right? You got to think some people probably just play premium just because they're there. And it really depends on, like, what your locals plays, right? Because, like, my locals not play premium. So if I'm going into a tournament, I'm going in blind. But Christian, your area plays a lot more premium, and you're up north, right? So if I want to play premium, I have to go up there.
Yeah. Well, people in my locals play premium, but the locals is standard. Most of the time, it's free fight, but you and your opponent got to agree. But if you don't agree, it's obviously standard.
Yeah, that's not even an option down here. Like, you're playing standard. You're not playing anything else.
Me, I don't like standard. It's hit yellow cards, persona ride, OT, you win.
No, I get you. It's changing a little bit more and more. Like, they're adding more interaction within your own deck. Obviously, premium you can interact with your opponent on their turn with like G guards and stuff like that, and different effects depending on like what deck you're playing. I think the more, because like I'll use Ava as an example, right? The difference between like when we first started Overdress, and it was just like, all right, I played 2 rear guards, I have my Vanguard, all of these guys will swing, and then maybe with Magnolia I'll have a 4th attack, right? And all it was like Bastion and Bruce having big numbers. We're having more like subtle intricacies where you're starting to chain more attacks and do different shit with like different stuff. Shoji Doji is a good example of like coming out of the bind zone and swinging with stuff out of the bind zone. So it's adding more of like certain elements where I think it's getting better or more complex for like people that kind of focus just on premium and V premium. But I still understand the fact that the over trigger makes such a vast difference in like any of the game. But at the same time, like I'm playing V, right? My opponent's playing like Overlord, Force 2, swing, crit, and I lose at grade 2. It's the same. It feels the same, no matter what, right? So like it just depends on like your poison. I think my least favorite, personally, my least favorite is V, because of the way the meta was for like a while. Like and I'll go back, like way back, right? There was a time frame that people were only playing Melody, right?
Oh, that shit was annoying when it first came out.
And then there was some people were only playing Angel Feather. People were only playing Gurgwit. People were only playing Luard. So that left a sour taste, but it evolved after that. So it's not like that anymore as much. But like Overdress was kind of not like that, because it was Bruce. People were playing Bruce. People were playing Bastion. Bastion was winning a lot. But if you went to New York, Bastion was losing to the people playing Magnolia. Like all the time. Like it was almost an auto loss for them. Like it was bad. So like there was like a triangle early on. So I think that's what made it a little bit better. And premium kind of like the same thing. Like it kind of grew out of it towards the end of premium. But like people were only playing Timely, 7th grade 1 rush. People were only playing Geese. Like so like but after it evolved out of it. So I think the transition of all the games are doing really well, personally. I don't know how you feel about premium in its state right now, but I think it's healthier than what it was, for sure.
It's very healthier. You can play like a tier 1 deck, and you can still do very well with it, even some tier 2 decks.
Mm-hmm. No, for sure. And like the meta will always shift. Obviously, premium's a little bit more open because you can get cards from Overdress and be like, ooh, I like this. It's like, but V is the only thing I'm kind of scared of, because I don't like what happens when we stop getting V collection, right? Premium will always grow because you can use anything, but V is on like the staircase down,
Yeah.
I don't know how you feel.
Yeah, because V is.
Go ahead. No, but
V is just freaking G retains. Mm-hmm. Just like original retains. That's all it is. It's just was it bigger numbers, more shields with grade 1s, triggers, and then you got gifts.
Gotcha.
So I mean, I expect V to die at some point when they just finish retaining everything.
Well, even if they get to that, because right, we don't have the next thing is what we have the special set, but that's mostly towards G, right? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. History collection. Yeah.
Yeah. History collection.
Yeah. The last Soul V support that we got were those promo grade 2s that all do the same thing except for one thing that is based on the clan. But even then, I can't see them doing anything else with it.
Shut up, Mexican!
Demonetized immediately. Oh my god! No. Oh.
That was Kevin.
That was Kevin. Actual
yeah.
Mexican.
Yeah, he said hi. He said hi, Ed. By the way.
Yeah, tell him I'm gonna give him that kiss in the mouth when I see him.
Jesus Christ! All right.
You said it on TV, so
yeah, I said it live. I did not hold back. I said I'm gonna kiss him in the mouth when I see him. I told him.
Lord.
I told him he was gonna get that big old smooch.
Oh.
Peter's gonna come in between. I bet you.
Hit him with the tongue. It says,
Oh, Christian, man, I appreciate you coming on. Thanks so much for joining us. Obviously, I'm looking forward to more events. If you stop by the Legacy Cup in Virginia Beach, that'd be great. Come say hi to the homie. Eat some ice cream with me. There's this place called Lolly's that sells Cookie Monster ice cream. It's blue, but it does have cookie dough and Oreos in it, so that's why they call it Cookie Monster. But yeah. July 8th, be there or not. No pressure. Yeah. It would be cool to see the homies. Appreciate you coming on. Any last shout outs here before we'll let you go?
Yeah, shout outs to my locals. They've been putting in work. Some of them have been going from standard to premium. So, just shout out to my teammates. Shout out to my 4-card guard to all my opponents. And then shout out to a good weekend.
All right, brother. Thank you so much for coming on, brother.
All right, pleasure. You guys have a good one.
Take it easy, quick break chat, and we'll be right back.